So now we'll learn about object shorthand syntax. So let's say I have a user object, name Mike, age 40, and I have display function. So with ES5 we declare a function like this. Let's say display function, and I'll call user.display. You can see display function is getting printed. So this is ES5 way of declaring function. With using ES6 shorthand syntax, you can simplify this. So you can remove this colon and function keyword and just add brackets. So now this is simplified version of the same function. So you can see, let me add this updated. You can see it still works. So without using this colon and function, you can write a function which is easy to understand and it's easy to see that. So this is a way to declare a function in ES6 way. So this is known as object shorthand syntax. You can declare this display function. If you have some parameters, you can pass that. So it works exactly same. So I can pass 10, 20. You can see it gets printed. So parameter works the same, only thing is you remove that colon and function. So it's simplified way, it saves some extra character. Other thing is, so let's say I have name variable Mike and age equal to 40. Now I don't want to use this, so I have some data which is already coming from in some variables. So to assign the value I want to use that, so I can say name colon name, age colon age. So this user object has a name property whose value will come from the name variable, and whose for age property the value will come from age variable. But if you see, we have the same repeated name, so the key and the value variable holding the value are same. So in that case you can remove this colon and value variable. So this is exactly same as name colon name, but when the key and the variable name are same, you don't need to mention that again. So here also I can remove this. So you can see name age. So here I can display name and age. Let me remove this because these are not related. So you can see Mike and 40 is getting displayed. So when you have key and the variable holding the value exactly same name, you can skip mentioning them twice. So it's always better to have this create a same name variable. So this is mostly useful when you have, let's say, function. Let's say I have get users function. You can declare it as a normal function also. Function get users. So it has parameters. So let's name and age. Now I want to return this particular user object from here. So this you get users function returns this object. Now the whatever value it's coming from the parameter, I can use that only. So I don't have to use another variable. So this name, whenever you declaring, you make sure you use the same name, so it's easy for you. So if I say username and I say user age, then you need to mention that username and user age. So this is like extra code. So to avoid that, you can create a variable, use the variable name exact same as this, and you avoid this extra line of code. Extra code you can avoid this by seeing this. So that's the advantage of having those exact same name. This is object shorthand syntax. So if you are making some API call, let's say xcs.get some URL, and second parameter you will be sending the actual data that you want to send. So in that case it will be helpful, you can just send name and age. So I can remove this. So you can see, you can directly say name and age, you don't need to write username, you don't need to write that extra thing. So it makes easy to write that code. You can even add it in same line. You can see this makes your code shorter. So always, whenever possible, try to use the same name so you don't have to repeat it again, add colon. So this is all about object shorthand syntax.